All right, here we are. Let's get on to engage. What does engage mean anyway? Well, engage means your customer gets involved with the ad. A minute ago, he was just, say passing through the paper, or he looked up chimney sweeping online, and he went ahead and clicked on your ad. So and then your headline said something that if it's a newspaper ad, it called him out. If it was on your website, it probably dealt with maybe not the promise per se, but you're going to make some sort of a promise, and usually that's against some known negative, even if it's not a spoken negative. Like chimney sweeps. One of the things people worry about is the house going to get messed up, so you can bring that up right away. I don't know what it is for your business, but you can do that once if the person has already hunted for your service. But regardless of what type of headline you are using because of the place you have it, once you've stopped them, they didn't just quit. Okay, you said, "Hey, bald guys," right? So, well, I'm missing a bunch of hair, so I stopped for a second. I don't know what you got to say, but it's like you called my name. By the way, the ultimate headline for me is, "Hey, Dale Howard, stop and read this ad." Okay, you want to get as close to that as you can. You know what I'm saying here? Okay, so you want to call out your customers, sort of. All right, so this next part is also probably going to be bold. It's going to be not as big as the headline, but bigger than body text. All right, and body text, if you're writing long copy, these days, I don't think that they're really sending, the mail got so expensive, and but long copy, for those of you who are young enough that you've never gotten long copy, there used to be these letters that give in the mail, and they'd be like 12 and 16 or even 20 pages long. They just go on and on and on and on forever. And lots of people were annoyed by these things. They got a bad name with the people they got a bad name for. Yet they just kept coming and coming and coming. Do you know why they came? Because they were effective. And that's a whole nother topic. But I want to tell you that when you have something that people are interested in, they will find out what you have to say. And all right, well, you've already stopped them with the headline, so they've looked, and now you have to tell them why it's worth reading the rest of the ad, because you had your 1 second at the headline. Now you get your other 2 seconds in the engage part, right? This is where the customer decides to stick with you or not. So that's a sub-headline usually, and it makes a promise and or tells what you've got. And I'll get onto that in a minute. And probably hits a hot button for your service, whatever the promise is. But let's go back to the bald guy thing, all right? So I've just been called out for not having enough hair. So I find out, all right, what's this ad about? All right, now there's a whole bunch of things I'm not interested in. Okay, one, I've got enough hair left that I'm not a candidate for a wig. All right, so don't want one anyway. And I'm not a candidate for a hair weave. But if you sold hair weaves, then you would want to say, something about hair weaves and, call out your hair weave people. I never saw the ad for it, but I heard that there was one of these late night call 1-800 and get 2 of them for only a penny more plus shipping, right? That kind of thing. For people that I think spray painted your head, as near as I can tell, you can just shh. But you might be selling that if you're calling out bald people. What if you had some stuff that take 2 of these a day, or rub this on your head and your hair will grow back? Maybe I'm interested in that. I was at one time. I got some of it. What started with an R or something, but that stuff that makes your hair grow. and it actually works. It also gave me terrific headaches. It wasn't working out for me. But, maybe all you're doing is selling hats because my head is cold. Maybe you're doing research on bald people. Maybe you're doing, maybe you're casting a movie and you need people that are bald and they got Friar Tuck haircuts, right? You need those guys. This is where you make a promise. You kind of tell people what's down below and why they should keep going. And we'll get to what goes in body text in the next session, but you get the picture. And this is not where you write a paragraph. Okay. The fact is, headlines can be pretty long and engages can be pretty long, but even at that, three sentences would be a long engage. All right. Probably not, probably one sentence or two, but it's like, I stopped you and I promise you this. And if you keep going, you'll find out why you should call the number at the bottom. And that's the engage. All right. Now, next one is going to be about educate, and we'll go on to that then. But you be thinking about how you could couple that with your headline above, and so go ahead and spend some time on it. It may not come to you in a minute or two. Give it 10 minutes or an hour. Very, very worth your time. All righty, and you can do it. You can do it. All right. See you back for the next one. Bye. Hey friends, I hope this was useful to you. Would you do something for me? Would you please share this with anybody you know that ought to hear it too? And then would you please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, right? That's kind of important on these things. Feel free to leave comments. All right, thanks a lot. And now get out there and do some winning.